In this video, we're going to talk about how to add a listener to our window or game panel to the game generally so that it can listen for, in this instance, we're going to do key presses so it can listen for keyboard input. We'll also do a later video where we'll do mouse input. Okay, so if you want to add key input to your game, have it be a keyboard-based game, you need to set this thing to Focusable. Now this is part of Java Swing, and I'm not entirely sure what this means, but it just means like, hey, pay attention to the keyboard, I believe. So we're going to say this. So this object, when it's being created, like me, the object that's being created, that's what the keyword this means. This dot set Focusable, and we're going to put that as true. And then we're also going to say this dot request. This dot request focus, and I believe that just sort of alerts the system to like I don't even really quite understand this, and I'm pretty sure that we need to do it to make the keyboard listener work. A keyboard listener, we're going to do this in a specific way. I'll show you how to do it in two different ways. One way we're going to do it is with an anonymous class. This is a fairly common way to add listeners in particular. I'm sure that there are other reasons to do things this way, but we're going to add a listener in this fashion. So we say this object, like the panel that we're creating, dot add key listener. And you might say, well, we haven't like built a key listener yet to add. Well, we can add it right in the the method right here. We can add an object where we pass it over to the game panel. So we're going to say new key listener. We're going to define the class right here, and we're going to, so you can see that this is sort of the curly braces. I mean, this is an odd formatting at first when you see it this way. So it condenses, it's an anonymous class, so it doesn't have like its own unique name, but it's of class key listener, which is of the type, which is an interface. Calls a constructor method, the like empty constructor method, and then it defines the class, or it's going to implement the methods here. So if you right click on this, if you just hover the mouse over it, it'll say import key listener from Java auth, and then we also have to add the unimplemented methods. And so now the key listener is here, and we can just, it's being added to our game panel, and right here we provide the specifics regarding the behaviors that we like when when it occurs. And so it has, key listeners all have these three different methods: key typed, key pressed, and key release. This is where there's a quick depression and release of the key at once. This is where the key is just pressed down, and this is where the key is released. So that is how you add a key listener anonymously. In the next video, I'll show you how to do it as a separate class. I think. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, okay, so that's enough for this video. You can start to see, though, that we're going to feed input from the keyboard to various objects in these methods. And I'll show you how to do it in a separate private class in the next video.